In a short span of time, Dr. Vegapunk transitioned from a mysterious figure whose influence was ever present in the backdrop of the One Piece world to a central character at the heart of the Egghead Incident. In a long broadcast planned for the event of his passing, Vegapunk unveiled some of the hidden truths behind the Void Century and the true nature of the world, setting the stage for the final race to Laugh Tale in grand fashion at the end of One Piece Chapter 1121. With the majority of his 6 satellites and his main body either dead or incapacitated due to the chaos on Egghead Island, the fate of Vegapunk and his creations hangs in the balance. Join us as we dive into the current status of each of Vegapunk's bodies and explore how they might influence the future of One Piece. How did all the Vegapunks fate in the Egghead arc? Many of the characters the Straw Hat Pirates encountered along the Grand Line were familiar with Vegapunk's name and accomplishments, so anticipation were high when he eventually came at the start of the Egghead arc. Lilith was the first of the 7 Vegapunks to be unveiled, and it was later discovered that the genius scientist had divided his consciousness into 6 distinct satellites in addition to his primary body. By the time the Egghead arc's major conflict was established, many people were concerned about Vegapunk's chances of survival due to the world government's death sentence. In fact, a group of CP0 agents, including Rob Lucci and Kaku, followed by Admiral Kizaru and St. J. Garcia Saturn, as well as a slew of marine battleships commanded by vice admirals, arrived on the island with the express purpose of destroying Vegapunk's research and assassinating him midway through the arc. The fundamental cause of all the chaos was Vegapunk's investigation into the Void Century, which he had carried out after visiting the island of O'Hara and witnessing the scholars' dedication to safeguard their work even as they faced certain death. Unfortunately, despite dodging the forces organized to remove them for a time, the majority of the Vegapunks were forced to face their own deaths, with only a few still living as of One Piece Chapter 1121. Shaka's gruesome demise, shot by York in the Devil Fruit Research Lab. Shaka, perhaps the most balanced of the satellites, represented the good in Vegapunk and frequently served as a go-between for the others. Shaka, also known as Punk 01, was the one who revealed to the Straw Hat Pirates why all of the Vegapunks were in such trouble. Furthermore, he revealed important details concerning his inquiry into the Void Century during and after his visit to Elbaf. As anarchy spread on the island and Vegapunk's main body vanished, Shaka abandoned Zoro and Luffy to find Stella, but was eventually shot in the head and executed by a traitor York just as he discovered them imprisoned in the cellar. Lilith is keeping Vegapunk's dreams alive, is potentially the only satellite left to oppose the world government. Lilith, who represented the evil side of Vegapunk as Punk 02, was the first satellite to appear in both the manga and anime, and she accompanied the Straw Hats throughout their journey. Although her rashness and impulsive inclinations exacerbated several situations, she played a critical role in the Thousand Sunny's escape from Egghead Island's Laba phase. Atlas attacked Lilith, knocked her out, and destroyed her link to Punk Records just as the crew was attempting to launch the coup de burst toward the sea, allowing the Straw Hats to bring her aboard the Thousand Sunny without danger of York following her movements. At the moment, it is almost certain that she will accompany the crew and play a role in the remaining final saga. Edison's uncertain situation, distinct from Punk Records with no clear explanation. Reflecting the element of Vegapunk that deals with the process of thinking, Edison's unbounded energy as Punk 03 was a distinctive feature of his personality. This could be seen in how he was always inundated by new innovation ideas, even as marine battleships attacked Egghead Island. As the Straw Hats attempted to launch the Thousand Sunny into the sea from the Laba phase, Edison soared through the Frontier Dome, extending the island clouds and ensuring the ship's safety. When St. Ethan Baron V. Nustro cut through the lower half of the Laba phase, he was unable to complete his goal. He was also distinct from Punk Records shortly after, and his current situation is unknown. Pythagoras' Tragic End, destroyed by S. Snake while searching for Stella. Pythagoras personified Vegapunk's wisdom, as he was composed, perceptive, and always measured in his dealings with his fellow satellites. Pythagoras, as Punk 04, was dedicated to determining the scientific consequences of the other Vegapunk's efforts. Naturally, this caused him to become immensely enthusiastic any time he witnessed an idea created by the other satellites in action. Pythagoras was cornered and destroyed by the Seraphim S. Snake while searching for Stella under Shaka's orders, just as he was attempting to prevent her from petrifying more Straw Hats. Atlas' violent last stand, sacrificed herself to help the Thousand Sunny escape. Atlas, also known as Punk 05, was one of the 6 more violent satellites and exemplified Vegapunk's desire for violence. Despite this, she was friendly and outgoing, but her reckless inclinations may outweigh these qualities because she was quickly irritated. Atlas' first solution when it came to fixing problems was to utilize physical force, and she stuck to this mentality to the end. When St. Ethan Baron V. Nustero obstructed the Thousand Sunny's flight from the Leba phase, Atlas sacrificed herself to pacify him, only to be annihilated in a violent explosion after incurring critical injuries. York's deceitful scheming betrayed the other Vegapunks to ally with the 5 Elders. York, as a representative of Vegapunk's greed known as Punk 06, is an incredibly sluggish and gluttonous individual with a seemingly shallow disposition. Unfortunately, all of this turned out to be an elaborate scam, as she was eventually revealed to be the traitor who disclosed details about Vegapunk's Void Century research to the 5 Elders in exchange for being promoted to Celestial Dragon status. In some ways, this perfectly explains why York embodies all of Vegapunk's ugliest tendencies, from arrogance and a lack of morals to a complete disregard for anyone other than herself. By the end of the Egghead arc, York has united with the world government in an attempt to prevent the Straw Hats from escaping. Stella's grim fate, fatally injured by St. J. Garcia Saturn and Admiral Kizaru. As Vegapunk's original body, Stella was regarded as the world's best scientist, having contributed numerous critical advancements to the One Piece universe. Vegapunk was previously a member of MADS, an illegal research collective, but was later assigned to the Marines Special Science Group SSG. Vegapunk's research into the Void Century was the primary cause of the Egghead Incident, when the world government issued an assassination order on him. Near the end of the Egghead arc, he was impaled by St. J. Garcia Saturn and later killed by Admiral Kizaru. When he collapsed, a recording message he had prepared for his death was broadcast to the entire world. Vegapunk exposed several truths about the Void Century in this lengthy speech before declaring that once the One Piece is discovered, it will change the world. Summary and highlights. Dr. Vegapunk's influence grows during the Egghead Incident, uncovering secret realities about the Void Century. Vegapunk's satellites face uncertain fates amid chaos, as tension rises as the final stretch approaches. Each satellite represents a different facet of Vegapunk's personality and plays an important role in the unraveling story. As we navigate the aftermath of the Egghead Incident, the fates of Dr. Vegapunk and his satellites remain a pivotal element in the unfolding narrative of One Piece. The unique attributes and ultimate destinies of each satellite offer a profound reflection of Vegapunk's multifaceted genius and the dangers that accompany groundbreaking discoveries. With some bodies confirmed dead and other statuses uncertain, Eiichiro Oda keeps us on edge, anticipating every twist and turn. Stay tuned for more insights and updates as we continue to unravel the mysteries of the One Piece world. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with the latest theories and analyses. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Thank you very much for visiting the Mujoora Review YouTube channel, buddy. We hope you enjoy our review analysis. Don't forget to subscribe to continue joining us on our joyful journey in the world of anime. If you have any wishes, questions, or suggestions for our next videos, feel free to express your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for your support, and until we meet again. See you next time, buddy. What is One Piece anime? One Piece is a manga and anime story about a young boy named Monkey D. Luffy who wants to be the king of the pirates in the world. As a child, he eats a devil fruit, a strange plant that makes him able to stretch like rubber. Before the show starts, Luffy goes out into the world for the first time and starts to gather a group of pirates. The main group grows over time, but it starts with Luffy, Nami the Navigator, and a swordsman named Roronoa Zoro. At some point, Luffy and his friends are known as the Straw Hat Pirates, and they go on many exciting adventures across the ocean. One Piece is a lot of fun because it's silly. Luffy goes from island to island around the world in the series. Each island has its own setting and theme. It's a pretty fantastical world full of animals that look like people, live skeletons, and other delightfully strange things. Within moments the group is in a winter scene, and the next they are on a tropical island full of giants. The show is full of silly and bright details. For example, Zoro holds a sword in his mouth, a scary military boss wears a cute bulldog hat. And people don't use phones to talk to each other instead. they use special transponder snails that can send and receive messages. Luffy is a carefree person who just wants to eat a tasty meal and laugh at bad jokes. Even though there are some funny parts in the series, a lot of One Piece is about freedom. During his travels, Luffy often takes up guns to help his friends and encourages others to do the same against pirates and government-backed military occupations. The characters in Luffy and his crew get stronger with each fight, which is typical for shonen manga. A lot of the story is about how Luffy beats a problem that seemed impossible to solve and finds some kind of secret power. After each fight, Luffy and his team get stronger and move closer to his main goal, which is to find the One Piece. Why is it called One Piece? The first part of both the manga and the anime shows that Pirate King Gold D. Roger is telling the truth about the mythical wealth called the One Piece. One Piece is the name of the show because Luffy wants to find the One Piece and become the next Pirate King. One of Luffy's main goals in the show is mentioned in the show's title. What is the One Piece? The answer to this question is still one of the biggest secrets in the series. It's been more than 1,000 episodes, and we still don't know what One Piece is. We know that the One Piece is the name of the treasure that Gold D. Roger collected on his travels because of details in the manga. We still don't know a lot about the treasure, though. There are a lot of ideas from fans about what the One Piece is, but we still don't know what it is or even if it's real. The One Piece could just be the friends Luffy makes along the way.